What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Humble Warrior checking in with you. Gonna do a little reaction video to this Buffalo Miami game. Final score was 56-26. Tua was 35-58, 361 yards, touchdown and 3 picks. Overall, he wasn't good today. He overthrew some receivers. He looked a little timid, I guess, and because he kept putting the ball a few times in tight spaces, but it's what he's comfortable with doing, so it's like a repetition thing. He did have a few throws down the field that were on point. The Devontae Parker one, Bowden, Isaiah Ford, Gronkowski, and of course the touchdown pass to Malcolm Perry. But outside of that, I'm going to do a genuine breakdown of how things went. So the first half, or the first quarter rather, Miami forced a turnover off a great interception by Byron Jones. They go down the field, kick a field goal, go up 3-0. After that, football is a team sport. Regardless of what people say about Tua, it is a team effort. If the entire team decides to give up, there's not a lot that you can bank on a rookie to do. He's only going to do what he can do to rally the troops and get them to play better. But once people get in their head, they're going to quit. As you saw today, if you actually watched the entire game, his defense abandoned him the first half. They literally just said, forget it. We're not going to. After the first touchdown, Isaiah McKenzie just ate up. Whoever number 40 was, he got ate up 3-4 times for 2 touchdowns. I know, and Isaiah McKenzie also had, or McKinley also had, his name is Isaiah McKenzie. Isaiah McKenzie had 3 first half touchdowns, which is 21 points. He also had a punt return for a touchdown. So if you're going to put the blame at Tua's feet, the 3 interceptions, yes, he threw them. One of them, Devontae Parker fell on. There's nothing he can do about that. The play was designed to go to Devontae. He fell on the ground and Tua threw it. Josh Norman made a great pick and took it to the house for pick 6. That was when they were down by 15 after a touchdown drive that Tua just orchestrated early in the third quarter. No, actually it was, early in the third quarter we orchestrated the touchdown drive. Very next drive, Devontae fell, pick. Came back on the field, drove him down the field. 2 or 3 plays later, as they were driving down the field, he threw the ball behind an open Bowden. Ball got tipped. Safety came in and picked it. That's on Tua. Third interception, he actually overthrew Gronkowski by like 5 yards, and free pick for the safety. So there was 3 picks that he threw that people were saying it makes him a bust, it makes him this, it makes him that. It doesn't. Makes him a rookie quarterback. Makes him learn different coverages, different schemes. Now, granted, nobody had training camp, nobody had OTAs. This man literally got pushed into the fire against the Rams, and then he progressed on through to the very end of the season. Now, his yards, 361 yards, don't mean anything, but it shows that they asked him to throw it deep. That's what he did. Whether they would complete it or not, that's exactly what he did. They just started throwing the ball down the field because they had no run game. None. It didn't even get started. Never got started. So the entire game it was pretty much on Tua. So who's gonna take the blunt of the blame? Tua. But if it's a team concept, where do you give blame to the defense? Because the first half I saw them quit. The second half, we ain't gonna even talk about what the second unit did to them. They pretty much at that point was just like, forget it. We're not gonna make the postseason, so why even fight? Even though they were only down by 15 before Tua threw that pick 6 from Devontae Parker falling. They was on down 15, but so quickly how people forget. He was literally driving them down the field, and Devontae, actually it was on there only 20. Devontae slipped, Tua threw it, Josh Norman picked it off and ran it back in. But they were down 15 at that point. So he was mounting a drive to come back. But that was poor judgment on his part to throw the ball, even though it's not really all on him because the dude slips. It's not your fault that when you released it, he slipped and then the ball got picked off. That's not you. But it goes on the stat sheet as an interception, so it is what it is. The other 2 interceptions, yeah, they were all him. But let me make this clear to a lot of people. Tua is not a bust. By no means. What he did today, even in garbage time, as they say, or whatever you want to put out there and say about this kid, what he did today was show that he can be the franchise quarterback. He can be a superstar in this league. With what he was given and what was going on around him, he still did not break or fold or nothing. He went back out there and continued to sling the fucking ball. 3 interceptions in all, and 2 threw that 1 touchdown. All basically, it wasn't blown coverage, but pretty much was. The safety didn't get over there in time, and Malcolm Perry caught it. So he'll take the touchdown. But we're not going to go off purely stats because, again, to me, from the jump, his offense abandoned him. They gave up. They stopped trying because Fitz wasn't on the sideline. And I hate to do this back and forth thing between Tua and Fitz, but that's what the media narrative is literally locked on to this damn battle between a 16-year veteran and a damn rookie. A rookie who just got picked 5th overall, but you guys want to put him in the same category, the same shoes as Ryan Fitzpatrick. Because Fitz is a journeyman who just happened to land into the Dolphins' lap from the Jets. I don't understand that. He's been around for a while, so he knows what he's doing. But yet, he has no Super Bowl to show for it. Doesn't have playoff either. But, oh my God, he's the savior. He's the guy. If he was in there, we would have came back and won the game. You don't even know that. Because based on the drops that Tua had today, and most of them hit right in the damn hands, or as Isaiah Ford, right in the stomach. Gronkowski hit him in his hands. But he just kept dropping balls. Like, oh well, whatever. And to me, it's so funny to watch people continuously bash him over and over and over and over again. Oh, we should draft Justin Fields. We should get Trevor Lawrence. We should get Mac Jones or whoever else is available in the draft. For what? So you draft a quarterback with the 3rd pick, and then you draft another player late in the 1st round. But where's your playmakers at? Where are the people that's gonna help your offense move the ball down the field? Where are your playmakers? Because Devontae Parker was getting force feed today. I don't know if you guys saw, but he was. He has no continuity with Tua whatsoever. But that's because of no training camp, no OTAs. He had no chance in hell to actually beat the Bills. But I didn't give up on him. I watched the entire game from start to finish, and his feelings never wavered. He took it like a man to the jaw, went out there, shook Josh Allen's hand, and next season he's, going to be the predominant starter. So whether you love him, hate him, bash him, or whatever, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. So what you need to do is get behind the damn boy and support him. Because, to me, this is the best pick y'all had a quarterback since Dan Marino. And just like Dougie said on his podcast, Peyton Manning threw 30 interceptions as a rookie. 30. Tua's only thrown 5. Hell, I looked up stats for Tom Brady. He threw for 6 yards his rookie season in one game because they had Drew Bledsoe. The very next year, threw for 2,800 yards, 18 touchdowns, 14 picks. Progression. What a difference a year makes. But everybody's so quick to throw Tua in the damn trash can because this game right here, everybody thought it was going to win, and because it didn't win, or the facet in which the game was going, it's Tua fault. The offense is drilled out. It's all on him. Fuck. The 3 picks, yeah, he will eat those. Those are his interceptions. But where is it his fault that offensive lineman missed blocks? Or the tight end didn't go in motion, but the running back did. And Tua had to call him back and say, no, you're not supposed to go in motion. It's him. How's the confusion on offense his fault? If they know the play and know it's supposed to be going, what are they so confused about? But I forgot, Tua's the savior. He's supposed to get that handled and make sure that people know what they're doing, even though he has been. The sometimeness of people on this app is just ridiculous. When he does well, Tua's not so bad. He looked pretty good. The very next week he throws for 100-some yards. Oh, Tua's a bust. He's trash, bro. It's time to draft another quarterback, man. I mean, how many more quarterbacks do you think you're gonna go through? He's a short left-handed midget that can't go nowhere. Fuck you talking about? That man has not done nothing to nobody at all. He's only getting paid to do one thing: win the game. He ain't paid to put up 300+ yards. He did it today, but he ain't paid to do that. Garbage time or not, he did it. 361 yards, most passing yards in his rookie campaign. But, everybody heap praise on Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. But last I checked, they have much better weapons than Tua got. And if I'm not mistaken, Josh Allen, who's a third-year quarterback in the league, his first 2 seasons, he was trash. He had to go through the growing pains. But this year, he broke out. So what do y'all got this, for you Dolphins fans, where do you get this microwave attitude from? Everything has to be so damn quick. When you don't realize you spent 20 fucking years in the basement as a laughing stock of a franchise. Until you got Brian Flores, and then he railed off 5 straight wins last season. This year he rolled off 10. So next year, you probably gonna get to 12. But no, that don't matter. We want to get to the Super Bowl. Well, hell, and building a house, you don't just walk into a motherfucking empty spot and be, well, let me see my house, and drop out the sky. You build it from the foundation up. That's what you do. Same thing goes for football. You don't put a bunch of players around too and say, oh, well, go out there and throw for 300+ yards a game. We need 3 touchdowns and no interceptions, and and give us a chance at the end of the game to win. But if you get that man next to nothing for talent, and you ask him to go do that, and he's trying to do that, even though he gave up, what they said, 9 sacks in the last 3 games, 9 sacks. Now the Raiders game, he played like trash. So did he play against Denver. Those 2 games I will not excuse because he did. But he has a lot more promise in other games that he played than just those 2 games. I'm not even gonna talk about the Cardinals game or the damn Chiefs. Even in the Patriots game, when he couldn't throw the ball like that, he started running. 2 touchdowns on the ground. But nobody talks about that because, hey, he was trash. He was a bust. Oh. Funny how his receivers can't get separated from their own fucking defender. But, hey, that's his fault. He has to throw the ball and catch it. And separate and throw the ball to himself and catch it. Some of you fans need to really wake the hell up. You just look at the game cast on ESPN. You see he incomplete a ball to a trash, bro. How can you miss that pass? But then if you watch the game as I do, and you see the little shit going on, the missed blocking assignments, the blown up screen plays, they get 2-3 yards a pop, but it goes on his stat sheet as, a 2-yard completion. Oh, to a trash, bro. He can't even throw down. He can't even throw deep. He throws deep, incomplete. Drop balls. He throws short. Blown up plays. They blowing it up. For the life of me, I don't understand how a running back screen, who you got 3 linemen out there running, they can't find nobody to block. Nobody. One dude blocked the corner. The other lineman ran the field to try to take on the safety. The other dude, like he was in La La Land, as Gaskin was trying to gas through them just to get down the sideline to score. But again, that's Tua's fault. It's his fault, right? Yeah, it is. It is. I swear it's like you guys have no idea what football is about, period. And then for me, if my franchise didn't win games in a long time, but all of a sudden this season we're 10-6, possibly won't begin the playoffs, but that's okay. We're 10-6 this year with the number one scoring defense in the NFL, who just gave up 28 points in the first half. I'm not gonna sit there and excuse the defense because they played like shit. They gave up. Yeah, Stephon Diggs is the truth. Of course he is. But you mean to tell me Isaiah McKenzie scored their points? Isaiah McKenzie now scored the Bills' points. Then John Brown got loose and scored a touchdown on a wide open throw on Byron Jones' side. And him and X are the two highest receivers. The two highest paid DBs damn near on the Dolphins roster. They went out and paid big money for that defense. But, hey, I'm confused. So you pay for one side of the ball, but not the other. Now, the offensive line, to its credit, throughout the game, it got better. They managed to, to keep the pressure off him as much as they could, and he was throwing some dimes down the field. But they've got to get better. They do have two anchors in both sides of the line, the left and right side. So next year, they're going to be hell to deal with. If they can get them a decent running back outside of Gaskins, who can't shake himself loose out of a damn cannon, they're going to be hell to deal with. And they need a damn playmaker at receiver, because Devontae Parker is not it. I'm sorry. He's just not. He's a great 50-50 receiver, but that's what possession receivers are. We're talking about somebody that's going to take the top off the defense and make them respect him, Gronkowski, Grant, Preston Williams, Bowden if he's still there next season, Malcolm Perry. Players like that, they need that force that's going to make the defense respect their offense, which is exactly why Devontae Smith is right there at number 3. And if you look at what he done in college, he played against elite defenses. He's about to do it again on January 11th. All I'm telling you, Dolphin fans, is if you get this kid, he's going to make some plays down the field. He's going to break tackles because he's able to separate from the defender and get open and allow Tua to throw it and then break the tackle and then get extra yardage off the catch. That's what receivers are supposed to do. Not turn around, catch it, and get tackled and get 4 yards. I'm tired of y'all placing that shit at Tua's feet. He can't physically make them break a tackle. He can't make the running backs or the line blow up defenders off the ball so that the running back can have a hole or at least a lane to run through so that he can gash him for 8-9 yards or at least 7 yards. It's not all on Tua. Again, today he did not play that well, but to his credit, he didn't stop throwing the ball. He did exactly what y'all been begging him to do since he got the start in week 9. He threw the ball deep. He did. What was the result? 361 yards. I don't give a damn if you say it was garbage time or not. 361 yards later, he did exactly what you asked him to do. Now, my whole question to y'all is, why not get a playmaker that's going to allow him to do that every single week? Hell, you get Devontae Smith with a 3rd pick, and then you go out there, if Najee Harris is in the 1st round as well, you get his ass. Or Travis Etienne. Travis, the kid out of Clemson. You get either him or Najee Harris, if Najee Harris is still available in the 1st round. You get either one of them. You get him a dependable running back that can catch the ball and actually make people miss in the hole. And they can get 5-6 yards a pop instead of just 2 yards and drop. You get him that and watch what he can do. Because this is what kills me. You hang your hat on the fact that, oh, well, he got started in spite of what Fitz. But look at how he's performing. He performs very, very cautiously because he's looking over his shoulder the entire time. Well, when are they going to snap it for Fitz? Or if I do make this interception, then what's going to happen? He has, to his defense now, he does have a lot of high turnover ratio plays. He has a few of them this season in certain games where the DB dropped the ball. But it don't go on the stat sheet. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't go on the stat sheet. It's counted as incomplete. So that does happen. But it's high risk and sometimes low reward. Or it can be high reward, low risk. But to me, if you guys continue to go through this motion of we're going to just give him what we have now, he has to work with that, then what does that put him at in 3 years or in 4 years? Nowhere, because he's not going to be out of a damn job. So, if I know anything about Tua, he's probably going to listen to most of the critics. They're going to be on him today. And my message to him would be, get your grind on. Go get in that weight room. Get stronger, get faster. Go out there and do some reps. 3-step drops, 5-step drops, rolling out the pocket, left and right, to get yourself back to where you want to be at. And prove these motherfuckers wrong. Hell, lead the Dolphins into the playoffs, and you ball in the playoffs. It's one game at a time every single week. It's 17 weeks that you got to start. If he makes a drastic turnaround, which I think he's going to do it, I predict that Tua can throw 4,000 yards next season. He can actually do it. He has the talent to do so. But you have to put that talent around him. You've got to give him some players to work with. You can't just sit here and repeatedly put the same product on the field and expect this boy to do something with it. When all y'all are doing is basically exposing the offense for being shit. Because everybody can see it now, but the ones who want to sit here and beat this man down are saying the same BS. Oh, well, Tua can't throw the ball deep. What did he do today? What did he do today? I guarantee at least 21 of his passes were deep. They were 15 yards and further. Down the damn field. He had a few screen passes here and there, but majority of his stuff was deep today. Majority of it. Because that's all y'all have been talking about. And he don't listen to people that have something to say. But at the end of the day, hell, if you sitting here telling me that, well, he's a bust, he's this. I told you, Humble Warrior, he's trash. You ought to give up on him. We need a quarterback. You have a quarterback, stupid. Do you have playmakers on either side, on the receiving end, or running back and make plays? No. You have a bunch of people that's on the offensive side of the ball hoping that Tua can actually inspire them or whatever. Why should I have to sit here and gear you up to play when you're getting paid to play? My job is to lead you, to motivate you to win this game, help me win this game. But it's still a team concept. If you don't do your job, then guess who takes the blame? You don't, I do. Because the quarterback gets all the praise and all the criticism when things go either good or bad. So today is one of those days where Tua's going to take a lot of heat for those 3 picks and for those bad throws. But that's okay. It's like I told another friend of mine, it's a growing pain. Something he has to go through. Because at the end of the day, he had made some decisions out there that wasn't that great. But hell, to his credit, he never wavered. He never stopped throwing the ball. To me, hell, him and Josh Allen didn't have a duel because, to me, the Bills should have never started Josh Allen at all. They didn't have to do that. But they felt, well, hell, in order for us to get in some kind of rhythm, we have to keep the starters out there. And look what happened. 28 points later, they was up comfortably. So he could sit the rest of the second half out and watch his team feast on the Dolphins. That's exactly what happened. And the only time I got mad today was the first half when I saw his team quit on him. If you're going to sit here and say, as a true Dolphin fan, that it's all on Tua, that's something really messed up with your head. Because today, the defense was straight up garbage. 56 points has nothing to do with Tua. Said it, meant it. Has nothing to do with Tua. And Xavier Howard, great DB. He deserved Defensive Player of the Year, but Defensive Player of the Year does not get you into the playoffs. It doesn't. Because now you're 10-6, and the way the Colts are looking, they're going to beat the Jaguars, no doubt. So they're going to move into the playoff position. You'll be eliminated. But that don't mean you should hang your damn heads, because hell, 10-6 is pretty damn successful. And then you got the 3rd overall pick? Like, come on, let's be serious here. Let's be serious. That's why I made the statement earlier about this microwave attitude people have. The quick heat up thing. Well, he needs to deliver because we want to go get him high. Okay. Hell, Justin Herbert's number 6. Joe Burrow's number 1 overall. Where's Cincinnati? Where are they? Where's the Chargers? Oh, let me not get that far though, because it was Tua. He's the reason why we ain't get nowhere. Sure it was. Sure it was. You put Tua in San Diego, he gonna do better. Because he got weapons to actually throw it to. Because Keenan Allen is a legit receiver. So is Mike Williams. And Hunter. And then he got a running back who actually can make plays. But hey, Miami wanted Tua. I'm not mad. I'm glad that he went to the Dolphins. All I said was be objective. Be objective. Who on that damn offense would you actually take on the other team? Let's be real for a second. The only person I can think of is Mike Gronkowski. That's about it. Everybody else would not be on another NFL squad. They would not be. So let's not sit here and play with ourselves and think, oh, well, they would have more success elsewhere. Who would? Besides Gronkowski. He's on a receiver he's pretty damn legit. Hell, most of the guys that got signed to Miami are very lucky because technically they're practice squad players. They wouldn't even be out there on the field. But due to injuries and COVID issues and stuff like that, they saw the field more and more. Hell, for that matter, Malcolm Perry wouldn't even be out there. He was drafted with Tua. He was a quarterback with Navy. But they converted him to wide receiver because what are you going to do with quarterback? Nothing. So before any of you all sit here and just bash away at this damn boy, realize what the hell you're saying. Go back and look at the film. Go back and look at it. All of it was not on Tua. I gotta go sign in. But all of it was not on Tua. It just wasn't. Some stuff, yes. The 3 interceptions, yes. I will sit here and tell you, 3 interceptions, that's on him. Whether the guy fell or overthrew him or whatever, it's still on him. Those are his picks. But again, wrap your head around the potential that he's showing. For some reason, people think that being a quarterback, oh, you got to go out there and shine every damn game. It just doesn't happen. It just does not happen. Ask any of the great quarterbacks that have come through or whatever, ask them how easy it is. From rookie season, you don't start to hit a progression stage you don't start to get over the top until maybe your 3rd or 4th season. Because even the 2nd season is a growing pain. You still have stuff you got to work on because at that point, teams have a film on you so they know what you like to do. So they try to take that away. Do they got the personnel sometimes? No. But the teams that do, they take that away from you. So you got to go with something else. It's called making an adjustment. But there's no way you can sit here and say that boy's a bust. No way. Because he did more with less than any other quarterback in the league. And what kills me is how people continuously crucify him if he throws an incompletion or the picks he threw today. Well, he should have thrown it right at the guy or whatever. Hell, people make mistakes. He overthrew Bowden. He threw it to him too late. Bowden took the ball and the safety came and got it. He overthrew Gronkowski by 5 yards. Another interception. But now people just poking at the damn bear. We should draft Justin Fields. What is Justin Fields going to do with that offense? I just want to know. What is Trevor Lawrence going to do with that offense? You see what Trevor Lawrence is going now to Jacksonville. You see their fucking team. So if he doesn't perform well, is he a bust? Is he a bust? So stop all this unrealistic request about a quarterback. You have a quarterback. If you don't build around him, then what good is it to draft another quarterback? What good does that do? If you refuse to put anything around him, what good does that do? At some point, you fans, we got to wake up. This is not all about Tua. Because even when he did well, I still gave the other players around him great credit for what they had done. But also let people know this is exactly why you drafted him. You didn't go that high in the draft to get that boy for nothing. You didn't do it for nothing. And to me, he's had a successful rookie campaign. It may not have been the way that most fans anticipated or whatever, but it's been successful given the fact what he's had to go through. But people don't take that into account. All they care about is we got to make the postseason and we got to win games. Every damn team in the league wants to win. Every single team. Nobody goes out on that field with the intent to lose. Nobody. But enough about this. Leave your comments, like, whatever. But I'll be putting out more videos. I mean, I just don't see the need to continue to bash and bash and bash. Because at this point, enough is enough. It really is. And I think that he's going to have a much better turnaround next season. Like I said, you give him something to work with on offense, he will maximize that. He did it this year. Hell, he maximized the players around him. They constantly were pretty much put in positions to score, but they just, for some reason, they weren't holding blocks, breaking tackles. They were not trying to play as hard as they would have for Fitzmagic. And again, if you watch the Raiders game, if you watch that fourth quarter of the Raiders game, you watch that game, and then you watch this game and tell me that team did not play harder for that boy, that man rather, because he's a 16-year veteran. But you tell me the difference in the play style and how aggressive they were in that game. That was a must-win game for them too, and they turned it on against a less lackluster defense. They turned it on. And the Bills are not a great defensive unit. They're good. And yes, the Bills were without their best corner, Tre'Davious White. I don't know if it's resting or what, but nonetheless, overall, like I said, the team itself failed. The entire team quit. Say what you want to say, but the first half, they quit. They gave up. Even down 7-3, they still threw in the towel. I don't even know why. But he started literally toying with them, throwing over the middle, hitting people. Then he threw two touchdowns to Isaiah McKenzie, wide open. And then a touchdown to John Brown, who's wide open. And then the punt return, he was just breaking tackles and outrunning people. Ball game right there. But again, to Tua's credit and offense, they didn't quit. They did go down there and manage to get, 23 points in the second half. It wasn't enough. Was not enough at all. But had the defense not quit so damn early in the game, I'm pretty sure they could have mounted a comeback to win that game. Because before the first interception, they was on the down 28-15. No, it was no, they wasn't. It was because Miami had 13. They were down 28-13. They were down by 15 points. They was on that drive. They had the ball in their hands, trying to march down the field, and that's when Devontae slipped and Tua threw that pick. After that, the rest of the game was a mudslide. It went worse from there. But they feed off the defense, and the defense sent the cue today that we're not going to be there. We're going to quit. We're ready to go on vacation now. So guess what you're about to do? Take a vacation. Now, if I'm Tua, I'm hitting the weight room. I'm in the coach's face. I'm literally digging through the playbook, trying to learn every ounce of it that I can. Because now people are going to question, which they have been doing all season, should the Dolphins get a quarterback? For what? What is a quarterback? That's all I want to know. What is it going to do? What's another quarterback going to do? Because you can't even guarantee yourself that Justin Fields or Lance or Trey Lance or none of them other guys are going to come in there and do a much better job than Tua. You can't even convince me of that. Because the way the offense is ran now, hell, it's a miracle that Tua actually got over 1,700 or 1,800 yards passing in just 9 games. It's a miracle. But he did it, and it's not about individual credit or nothing like that. But to me, Tua's a team leader. And if he's trying to galvanize his offense to do a much better job, and they still refuse to do what they're supposed to do, what else is there that he can actually say or do? Luckily, he did not implode on the sideline. He kept his composure. So kudos to him for that. Like I said, this was a tough loss for them because they're not going to go to the playoffs. But it is not all on him. It's not. Peace.